The bitter dispute between Southern Rail and its workers continues to rumble on as strikes affected the Lewis bonfire on Saturday night. Rail commuters have been affected for months after a series of walkouts that have taken place since April. Last week, protesters took to the streets here in Brighton in support of those Southern Rail workers. I'm here at Falmouth Station, which is home to the University of Sussex. In this station just behind me, hundreds of students use this on a daily basis to travel from Brighton, 3 stops down, to the university. I wanted to speak to students to find out their perspective and how they've been affected by the strikes.
Yeah, I mean, it's not that great. Not just me, but for example, my girlfriend, she always goes to London and all, because she does a dancing lesson there, and she always comes late because of that. Sometimes trains get cancelled.
The trains have been very heavily affected, so I think it's really not fair, especially for our 9 AM lessons, as we have to pay so much, 5:30 for a return, for the train to be late or cancelled, which means we're paying more and we're getting into university late. I'm dreading to think what's going to happen in January with the exam timetable and if the trains are affected this bad.
The argument revolves around the owner of Southern, Govia Thameslink, replacing conductors with on-board supervisors. This means the trains will become driver-only operated vehicles, which has raised the question of safety concerns from the public and Southern staff alike.
Yeah, that could be dangerous. It also depends what time of the day we're talking about. In the night, for example, it can be very dangerous. And also if somebody leaves a bag in the train, terrorism and all, it can be very dangerous because there's nobody there to just pick it or tell somebody there is a bag there.
The owners of Southern argue that many trains have run in other regions as driver-only operated for decades, but the argument from workers in the union asks what would happen if an incident would take place, such as a passenger falling ill. There was a 40% increase in sick leave during the dispute, and 350 trains were cancelled per day on an emergency timetable that was introduced back in July. Following the 24-hour walkout on Friday, there are 4 more strikes planned through to New Year's Eve. The disruption is set to bring chaos over the Christmas period to shoppers that want to visit Brighton. I'm Josh McGill for Sus News.